Get it to 4 under once again. Wonder if you'd want to look up at a leaderboard. You know you're playing well, but yeah, I'm an amateur. Do I look? I have the lead or not?
You telling mom in the gallery to take a photo?
let her worry about it. Your family, yeah.
Fleetwood now for eagle across 5 green. A lot left there for his birdie. It's a good question, though. You wonder about amateurs. You know, they come in here looking to make the cut and have a fun weekend. Now, all of a sudden, it's middle of your first round and you're leading the Open. You have to change your mindset a little bit.
He obviously has a lot of confidence as we watched Cantlay at the 6th, the par 3. He's been a little off with his ball striking here.
So the only play he had at 18. Jordan coming all the way back for birdie now.
2 putts, get out of here with your par and go in and relax and enjoy your first day in front of this massive home crowd that he has. Member here at Royal Liverpool. He's won the club championship as an amateur here 3 times.
Speaking of family, let family worry about ticket requests and everything else. Just try to focus and play golf. Be hard to do, though.
I was literally going to ask you, how hard is that?
Got to be hard.
What an opportunity, though. No one knows this course better, other than the 17th hole, possibly.
Yep. Scotty to get it to 3 under.
He'll be a little disappointed. Just overcut that fairway wood from the middle of the fairway on that second shot. But still, 2 under through 5. It's a good start.
This guy is on a leaderboard every single week. It's amazing. His consistency, Terry, is remarkable.
Yeah, been a tough start for Ricky Fowler. 1 over from off the green at 4. One of those players that a lot of people picking this week to at least be in the mix. Obviously, what he's done recently, what he did here the last time around. Tommy Fleetwood rolls it in.
I think a lot of people thought this guy would play well this week as well, Terry. Tommy was on the short list for a lot of people coming into this 151st Open.
Jordan Spieth from the edge at the 8th.
Speaking of being excited about going back to Royal Birkdale, this guy certainly would enjoy that return trip.
Likes the practice area there.
Did you guys see that stat about Jordan Spieth? Since 2017, he's 42 under par in this championship. That's 15 shots better than the next nearest person, which happens to be McIlroy and Fleetwood.
Yeah, we were talking about that in the trailer earlier. That is a crazy number.
Lowry. A little more than a tap in for birdie to get it to red figures. Jordan to finish up. So later on, the grandstands will be full, but they're loud right now. And he probably knows about a third of the people sitting there. What a thrill.
One of the great honors you can ever receive in the game is to be first off at an Open Championship, because when you are first off, there's a reason you're in that position. Darren Clark at Portrush, Calcavecchia did it at Troon, all through the years. Having him do that here at his home club, what a thrill that must have been.
Yeah, they welcome the world to Hoy Lake, and he welcomes the world to Hoy Lake, hometown. And a very successful opening round. Good chance that picture might be on the wall. Lamprecht par. Cam Smith, right edge of the fairway now at the 5th.
He'd be happy with middle of the green. Boy, he held on to this one. Going to miss that pot bunker, but oh my gosh, look where that ended up. When it's green, dark green like that, that is a indicator that it is lush in there, and that will be an awful spot.
17. Boy, there's been a lot of chatter about this short par 3, Kurt.
And that was a steery-looking swing by Lucas Herbert right there. He's actually going to get away with it there. He missed the pot bunker. He didn't go down into the dune over there on the left, so he's very fortunate where that ball ended up.
6th hole, bunker, can't lay.
Challenging shot here. He made it look easy earlier, and that's pretty well done.
What percentage of your practice through the week would have been from the bunkers?
Yeah, a lot.
Quite a bit, huh?
Absolutely. Seeing how much you can risk to get out of some of those, up and out of those revetted faces over them.
Jason Day from off the green here at the 8th. Can't get that one to fall. We'll need that to remain in red figures.
So Lamprecht coming off the putt, sharing the lead, tee at 14.
All about the fairway with this club here. Just an iron, long iron off there. It's hung out, though. Some bunkers down the right. Actually, a good bounce there to get out of the primary
You want
cut.
no part of left there, right off
left,
the tee.
left. Yeah, not good at all.
There's Brooks Koepka. Long birdie putt here at the 6th. Won his 5th major at Oak Hill. It's one more than McIlroy, 2 more than Spieth.
That's a good look. Right behind Xander Schauffele. Here at 5.
Two fixed trying to hold it there with a cut up against that right to left breeze. 256 to the hole, trying to run it in. Took a little bit off too much there. He was probably in between some sort of fairway wood and that iron.
Back on the tee at 6.
John Cook
Tommy
was talking
Fleetwood
about,
can do here. Sorry,
yeah,
Kurt.
Tommy Fleetwood. Sorry there. You know, you try to, if you were going to ride that right to left wind, you have to trust and start it out there. And John was saying, you know, most of the players that are comfortable cutting the ball would want to hold it in there. Once it turns and gets to riding that wind, that's what can happen right there. Pretty easy to knock it over the green.
Yeah, for a little while there, it looked like that was going to be an excellent result, but that'll be a challenge coming back. How about that, Kurt? 1 birdie all day long at 6.
Such a challenging tee shot. Most players you can see have tried to get the ball to the middle of the green, except making par on the 6th and move on.
Let's see what Adam Scott can do. Boy, that swing is still sweet to look at, isn't it, Kurt?
It is. It's just a classic golf swing that hasn't changed a whole bunch since he came over here to play college golf at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas.
It's timeless.
Smother again. Easy. Bite. Gosh.
Said he smothered it again, and it dives into the bunker.
Probably just enough room. I don't know if he can get it all the way to the hole.
Herbert's 2nd at 17.
Kerry, you're not kidding. You miss the bunker there, you catch an enormous break left, but this one's going to go over and like win the other one.
Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. What a mistake that was. That's a little bit of a downhill lie where he's going to be. You know, we talked about it. We all were out there looking at 17, and we were saying you could easily make 6 or 7 here, and Herbert might be the first guy to do that.
And you catch the break left there, and then you do that. Now you're in the worst spot possible on that hole, and you're about to hit your 3rd. Here's Scheffler.
See if he cuts it or tries to ride the wind. Tried to cut it, lower trajectory. That's the thing. He's such a shot maker. You know, typically tee to green, he doesn't make a lot of mistakes.
Guys are talking about 17. We've only had a handful of players go through there so far. We've got a birdie and 5 pars. That may change here. Herbert is third from the bunker.
Steeply up the slope. And that's a guy who's trying to take the risk of coming back to and out of play right there. So he'll have that for bogey.
Now Shane Lowry has driver in hand at the 5th.
Just try to hit a flighted driver, something with a lower trajectory and sneaking up there a little bit further. That's in good shape.
Now up on the green at 5.
Saw Cam Smith. He was short right in 2, so actually a pretty good third shot to get it to right here.
See him get emotional when he had to give back the claret jug?
Saw that. Yeah.
It's a pretty cool moment.
Absolutely. He did say, though, he's talking very confidently. He said, you know, who knows? In a week, I might be right back here holding it again.
Actually, he said hey, to his friends, hey, hang on. We're going to be drinking from the claret jug in a week.
Did.
Yeah.
Really good third shot to get it to here. Remember, he hung up on a mogul over there in some lush grass. So an outside chance still to make birdie.
I asked Cam the other day, how much fun did you have with the claret jug for the year? He said, how much time do you have?
No comment. So this left for Herbert after playing from the bunker. Yeah.
He's not done yet.
No, that for double now. There's your answer.
Scary little 135-yard shot. Actually, 126 today.
Lamprecht at 14. He's now the outright leader once again. Herbert going to make at least a double up at 17, so 3 under, setting the pace. Back to Wyndham Clark. You talked about him not playing since LACC in the U.S. Open. What do you make of that, Kurt?
Good for him. You know, when you do what he's done this season, you need to celebrate that and revel in it for a while. But back to business. He's so talented. I mean, we kind of all knew the talent level that he has. And it's every part of the game. He's a good putter. He has a great short game. He hits it far. It was sort of the mental game, the mental hurdle that he finally got over this season to get to where he is now.
Second at 6 for Fleetwood. Big swing. And no. So you take a chance, and that's the danger. All kinds of problems at the short 17th for Lucas Herbert. You know, here's the thing. No matter what you think of that hole, you want volatility down the stretch, you want drama, you're going to get it.
Some of the players may not enjoy that, but you're sure. This is a third shot for Lamprecht. at 14.
Oh, how about that?
But the amateur. What a day.
It started the whole tie for the lead, and now he has a 2-shot lead. And he's about to enter those finishing holes. 2 par 5s, that par 3 17th. A lot can happen coming down the stretch, but maybe it doesn't begin at 15. Maybe it begins at 14. What a shot.
A bonus birdie at a tough par 4.
Back here at 6, we saw the play from Tommy Fleetwood. Came back down the hill. Putter from off the green. Well played.
That tee shot was this close to being a great tee shot, too. But then over the green, and he knew that going in, it was going to be really tough.
Xander for birdie. This at the 5th.
Needs to see one go in. And does. So at 2 over par, he had missed a couple shortish par putts. He needed to make birdie and kind of get this thing going the right direction.
Yeah, went back-to-back bogey. Picks one up there.
Back on 6 green, Scotty Scheffler and his man Teddy Scott trying to figure this one out. Nicholas Colsaert is down on the ground. Nicholas, what are you seeing down there at 6?
I see a quick putt coming from the right. Oh, the wind's coming off the right a bit. That's going to accentuate the break on this early on.
Looks good. Boy, he's one of those guys, Kurt, when he misses, he doesn't miss by much, does he?
It's just amazing what he's been able to do, and you know, you keep harping on it, but as an average putter, really, for him this season, I mean, he's there every week.
Take a look at this again. Kurt, he's one of those guys, when he got off to that crazy start last year and ended up winning the Masters, there was that theory, is he great or is he hot? I think that question has been answered. He was hot, he still is hot, and he also is great.
When you strike it as well as he does from tee to green, and you're able to play shots like he can play, you're just never out of it. You know, even if you're putting average. He missed 2 playoffs at Colonial was one of them, where he finished almost dead last in putting that week. Memorial was the other one.
Adam Scott now to remain 1 under. Okay.
You know, Scheffler's been keeping it at a certain level so long now. I'm not sure it's even hot. It's just him.
Oh, yeah.
It just defines him.
He's just there.
Lamprecht tee at 15.
With help. Trying to turn that driver loose, trying to go over those bunkers on the right, but this is well right of them. He's actually going to catch a great break. He's out there where the galleries have been walking through. Look at that lie.
Yeah, it's one of those, if you miss it really wide. Scheffler, kind of rattles that one in. Good steady start for Scotty. Sepp Straka. How about that day at the John Deere Classic a couple weeks ago? Wow, some of the best golf you've ever seen in your life. He was 11 under par through 14 holes on that Sunday.
A heck of a birdie right there, too. Yeah. That's only the 5th birdie at the 10th hole today.
Get the feeling that bunker left there is going to get raked a lot today. They're like magnets. these bunkers. They're small, but man, does the golf ball seem to find them.
Well, a lot of times there is almost a funnel toward these pot bunkers, especially it seems in the fairway to me.
Bunkers over here are the opposite of the greens. They're small, they become big. The greens are big, they become small. The landing areas where you can play too.
Great point. Xander off that birdie.
He's on a good line.
Please. Please.
Well, he said please. He's being polite about it.
One of the best tee shots so far today at the 6th. No question.
Shane Lowry.
Now back on the tee with Wyndham Clark.
He doesn't really need to play a draw. He's more comfortable playing a cut shot anyway. His swing kind of produces a cut. Let's see if he tries to cut it and hold it out to the right. Trying to hang on to it. Now the wind has it. That's fine.
And Adam Scott now. All
Just going to
pars
use the
and a
wind
birdie.
off this tee shot here, aiming at the left bunker and let the work do the work for you. But that looked like that went right by the cameramans. Took about 2 seconds for them to find it, so he'll be all right.
He's lucky he's not in a gorse bush over there, Nicholas. Very close to those.
Yeah, because when you hit it right off the tee on this hole, you don't think you're going to have a clear shot. Because all you see from the tee on the right there is those gorse bushes. I mean, it's not a very complicated tee shot, to be fair. You just got to use the wind, use the left. You got plenty of room to use on the left of this hole.
Pretty wide fairway.
Yeah, it's one of those easy tee shots on the front nine, I find. This looks like it's heading towards me. Oh, very close to me, actually.
Quick feet.
And it's setting up like a lollipop as well.
It is. I was going to say, how's the lie?
Did you see Nicholas's hole-in-one celebration last week, by the way?
It was tremendous.
Dancing around.
Congratulations.
Like
on
a
it.
young man, the Belgian there.
I find it crazy I had to wait more than 25 years playing the game to do my first one.
You might as well enjoy it when you do. McIntyre's enjoying that one. Nice shot.
Tommy.
I love how these guys can vary the trajectory with their driver as well. It's not just their iron shots with the wind. They vary the trajectory. Sometimes downwind, they'll just send it as high as they can. Into the wind, they'll hit that little burning cut, maybe even a trajectory of a lower draw. It's really fun to watch these great players hit those drivers.
And nowhere in golf does it matter more trajectory-wise than playing here at the Open, especially when the wind is really pumping.
And you're so exposed. There is nothing to stop it.
"15 players are under par here at the 151st Open Championship, played at Royal Liverpool for the first time since 2014, 13th overall.
So we scroll through the names here. Those out there playing so far on day one. Beautiful day. It was beautiful yesterday for the practice round. Had rain a couple of days ago. Actually very dry through the early summer. And then once you got to July, and plenty of rain. That's why this golf course looks so green. Much different. I mean, if you go back and look at the tape of Tiger winning in 2006, you'd never believe it's the same place.
Literally, it looked white, light brown that week.
Yes.
It looks really, really pretty out there this week.
So Cam Smith ended up in the bunker. How much does he have?
Got to be pretty aggressive to get it close. We saw Cantlay in here earlier.
That's the angle, though.
It's tough. Long bunker shot. That severe revetted face staring right at you.
That was a perfect look, guys, at maybe more so than anywhere else. You just have to take your medicine, especially when you're in the bunkers here. Fowler over par early on.
Yeah, he had to like his chances there. There was a little bit of rough in his backswing, but I think the lie was good.
Peters for eagle at 15. And there it goes. Couple of eagles now for the field at the 15th. Worth another look. Birdie try. Patrick at 7. Yep. Wonder how much discussion going on in that group.
I'll take the under.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Speaking of that discussion, here's Cameron Smith. I think he handled himself well earlier in the week. Coming back here as the defending champion, getting a lot of questions about where he's been playing, how he's doing, those kinds of things. I think he has the right demeanor to handle those types of questions.
I think he's pretty good at shutting out the majority of that noise.
Yeah.
I don't think it really bothers him because I don't think he pays that much attention to it. Gonna two-putt this for bogey here, though. Don't do worse than that, and it's going to be a challenge to two-putt. Such a good putter. I said earlier, I think he's the best putter in the game right now at this level.
Wow. Man, that is saying something. Here's Scotty. Left at 7.
That's about all he could do from there.
I heard Nicholas say it was sitting up like a lollipop there in that left rough, so he was able to muscle it onto the green.
Just didn't have a great angle at the hole.
On the opposite side, in the right rough, is Adam Scott. Awkward stance.
Sounded like he got a lot of ball. He sure did. 7 was the most difficult hole back in 2014. The long par 4. Depends on the wind direction.
Meanwhile, Lamprecht at 15.
Front left hole location, so you don't want to miss left. Looking out to the right. And we can see it from here, which is a good sign for him.
To the 10th and the 2nd for Spieth. Cannot see the flagstick.
A lot of fall-offs on this green, especially on that left-hand side. That's solid.
Xander for birdie here at the 6th.
Try to keep that momentum going, coming off the birdie at 5.
Back-to-back bogeys. Trying for back-to-back birdies now. Patience is going to be a huge, huge thing this week. You have to stay patient.
Patrick Reed on the way for birdie. It was Koepka talking about being cautiously aggressive, which seems like contradiction,
Yeah.
but just knowing when you can take chances and when you have to give back to the golf course.
That's exactly right. Sometimes it's a conservative line off the tee, but swing aggressively. Sometimes it's a conservative approach to an area on the green so that you don't bring in a pot bunker, but you can swing aggressively.
Yeah, talking to a bunch of guys yesterday in the practice round, they were saying that exact same thing. They know it's out there on certain spots on the golf course, Terry, so you can be aggressive in places, but you really have to stay conservative in other spots as well.
Big putt right here for bogey.
A little more than it looked initially for bogey. All right. Good example there. He's in the bunker, knows he can't take a chance and go anywhere near that hole location. Play to the front edge, take your bogey.
Pure putting stroke.
Robert McIntyre, what a week last week. Hit a nice third. And there's a birdie for him. And here's Scheffler, one of those featured groups, going out early. Always a question at major championships, Kurt. Going out early on Thursday, going out late. Weather aside, to have to wait all day for the first round at a major championship has to be more difficult.
I think the biggest thing, though, is you're just praying that you don't get the worst end of the weather.
Right.
You know, that's the biggest thing. You see it here quite often. You can get unlucky. You can be playing great golf and
Rory
get
at
unlucky.
St. Andrews
There
that
you go.
year. I mean,
You get
63,
unlucky.
80.
and you'd have to say, I don't know what the weather is to come this afternoon, no matter the forecast, but these have been good conditions so far.
For sure. That's well short. Maybe a little bit of a test for Scotty there. From one Longhorn to another.
Spieth to get it to red figures. Third, 15, Lamprecht.
Great angle. Really good chance for him to get this ball up and down for birdie. He was very lucky to catch that kind of lie. Great lie, great angle. Sepp Straka.
Big man from Austria.
Looking to make that Ryder Cup team.
Yes, he is. A lot of guys here this week making a late push to play for Luke Donald or Zach Johnson. Rome. That place ought to be rocking, huh? Kurt?
I would imagine.
Man, it's going to be jumping.
Have you been to a Ryder Cup that wasn't?
I mean, the last one internationally in Paris, the first tee scene there was unlike anything I've ever seen in this sport.
As Tommy Fleetwood lines this one up at the 7th. You know, players who haven't been there trying to make a charge, make an impact at a major championship to get attention, but also top names. Justin Thomas right now not playing all that great. You never know.
He's outside the top 70 right now in the FedEx Cup. He's worried about making the FedEx Cup playoffs.
In
before
danger
we're-
of not making the playoffs.
Yeah.
Good putt, Tommy. Back on the tee, Cam Smith.
That wind out of the left, you got to start it at that bunker down on the left and let it drift with the wind. Just like that. That is ideal right there.
comes that attempt at a two-putt for Scotty. All right. Handles his business there on the green at 7. And the number 1 player remains 2 back.
McIntyre getting set on the tee. Here at the 6th.
You guys were there last week. What an emotional ride it was for him on Sunday, huh?
Tremendous. What a shot. Shot of his life at 18. And putt.
Just the opposite there. As a lefty, hit a little draw to hold it up against the breeze. Again, just accepting middle of the green and hopefully a par and move on.
At the 8th, right in the middle of the fairway is Patrick Cantley. Okay. Jordan Spieth finds himself on the tee at 11.
We talked about this hole earlier, but choices here. It's not a long par 3 or par 4 of 387, but it really narrows up once you get past about 250, 60 yards. And that should stay in the fairway there. That is a really good drive. It's very narrow where he just drove the ball.
On the tee at the 8th, Tommy Fleetwood. 4 birdies so far here at this hole, but 10 bogeys or worse.
Pretty aggressive play. Couple pot bunkers down the right-hand side. This whole moves gently from right to left.